My name is multi-faceted. I'm from Bonnie Lake, Washington. You guys know where that is? Bonnie Lake? You guys know where Puyallup is or Sumner?
Yeah.
Okay, it's right next to there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys are seeing quite a bit of growth, like we are. We have like 20,000 new homes going up in Bonnie Lake. It's crazy. It's insane. Can't believe how busy it's getting. So what we're going to talk about today is statistics of fall protection, okay? Then we're going to go through the ABCs of fall protection as well. Do you guys know what the ABCs are? You know what A stands for? Okay. By the end of this class, you have to know this information, okay? All right? And it's a certification, okay? It's a certification for you to be safe. The ultimate goal is what? Safety. And for you to go home to who? For your family and your loved ones, okay? So that's the ultimate goal. Sir? So statistics-wise, let's look at, actually let me set some kind of ground rules first, okay? It's just not me preaching up here to you, okay? This is a conversation we're having. It's a two-way street, okay? So I want you guys, you gals, interrupt me as much as you possibly can with questions, okay? It's important that you ask the questions because the only dumb question is what? The one you don't ask, okay? In fall protection, there's 0 dumb questions, okay? It's a serious thing. And we want to give you the confidence to be able to use your fall protection, okay? I'm not here to scare you and tell you all these gross stories and everything like that. I just want to give you the confidence, okay? Because there's nothing worse than someone working on a roof that feels like they have to be extra careful with everything they do. That's when more accidents happen, right? You want you to be confident in what you do, okay? Statistics-wise, on average, how many deaths are there per day because of slip, trips, and falls?
U.S. or world?
U.S.
1,500.
Per day, there's 3.5 deaths. There was 3.5 deaths a day, okay?
Oh, per day.
Per day, right, sorry.
was thinking-
That was my fault. I miscommunicated.
Sorry.
That's my fault, man. So under 3 is where we're at now. So the number is getting better. It was 3.5, now it's under 3. What's the reason for that? Does anybody know? It's an average. Average. So
Well, hang on one sec. Remember when he said there are no dumb questions?
that is not a dumb
That was a
question.
dumb one.
So under 3, right? Under 3. And that's good. The reason why is because you have your safety directors that are out there, and people like Edge out here, Werner, because we want you to go home at the end of the day. That's our ultimate goal, okay? From what height do most deaths occur? 0 to 10 feet, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 40 plus.
I said 10 to 20.
0 to 10.
Really?
0 to 10 feet. On a ladder, what is the most dangerous step on a ladder? Are you guys ever using ladders? Okay. What's the most dangerous step?
First one.
First and last. First and last step. How often do you go and you think you're down all the way, but you're not, and then you go down an extra rung, and you twist your ankle. Okay? All right? What age group has the most deaths? 20 to 30-year-olds, 30 to 40-year-olds, 45 plus. 20 to 30?
I say 30 to 40.
Okay, anybody else? 45 plus. Okay, 45 plus right now has the most deaths. Why is that?
Less agile.
Boom, thank you. That's agile, right? What else?
Conditioning.
Yes, they've been used to doing things a certain way for how many years?
I don't need no harness.
Exactly, that's exactly right. Conditioning, it's a great word. It's a great word. Okay, also our equilibrium's off, okay? We're not able to do what we used to be able to do. We're not having the cat-like reflexes, all right? So we climb the ladder, and we get caught on something, then we fall, okay? So 45 plus is. What is the least age group? 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 45 plus. Anybody know? 20 to 30, why is that?
Well, yeah, I'm going to say that just. What did you say?
The opposite of what he just said.
Oh, that's good. I'm just going to say it's because they don't know, they've come up with all the safety protocols.
You're exactly right. Exactly right. Okay. And believe it or not, 45 plus, my age group right here, was in that same age group of the 20 to 30, used to be number 1 for deaths. So for whatever reason, if you're 45 plus, like I am, okay, you gotta change some things up. You gotta change some things up. Okay. What day of the week are most of the deaths occurring? Monday or Friday? Why Monday or Friday?
He's getting going on Monday, still thinking about the weekend. Friday, you're thinking about the weekend.
Yeah. Because what are you usually doing over the weekend?
Party.
Could be partying, right? Drinking barley pops. And then you show up to work on Monday morning, you're a little blurry-eyed, right? And then you think you're hooked up and you're not hooked off, and then you boom, fall hit the ground, okay? Do most of those deaths occur in the morning or afternoon?
Probably in the morning.
Probably in the morning, exactly right.
Quite late.
Right away, yep. What state has the most deaths because of slip, trips, or falls? Florida, you think?
I was going to say Florida. Because Florida.
Because Florida, yeah. Anybody else? Yes.
California is the population.
California, that's a good guess.
Let's say someone like Chicago or New York, the state does like New York's on Chicago, Illinois, yeah.
Anybody from Texas here? Texas.
Why Texas?
Less regulations. And they're getting better though. They're getting better. Safety. Okay. One of you to put a harness on. Are you okay with falling? One of you guys? Actually, you guys are both. You would put that on. Put that one on besides this here. It's a medium large besides this.
While he's doing that, here's a clipboard and some pens so you guys can fill out your cards. Just pass it along again. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Okay, we gotta learn how to put them on, right? So you want to undo them just like this. Okay. And I'm gonna give you this. This is small. Who wears a small? Who wears small? You want to try this on there? I'm gonna show you guys how to get fit in this stuff. Okay, first thing we want to look at when you put your harnesses on, guys, is this, the back side. Turn around, please. Pelvic strap must be under your butt cheeks, okay? Must be under your butt cheeks, so you're going to have to lower this down a little bit. It might be too small for you, okay? Lower it down from your chest straps right here. Right here. Your hip adjusters will actually put that in the right position. It's going to be underneath the butt cheeks, okay? You guys all see this part right here? It's called a turtle head, right? That turtle head needs to be sticking out. It does. If it's not sticking out, it's not fit properly. Okay, and your harness will not do what it's supposed to do. Turn around. Yep, you need to actually turn around. Loosen these just a little bit. Okay, if you don't have that turtle head underneath your harness, right here, guys, you're gonna it's not fit properly. The reason why is because your torso adjusters aren't fit properly. Okay, so you got to be able to go like this. What's your name?
Dusty.
Dusty. Go like this. Grab that turtle head. Grab it. Okay. You pull it down a little bit. You're good. Okay, you're okay. All right. As you guys are getting adjusted, all right, I'm going to work with him. We're going to talk about restraint versus arrest. What does restraint mean?
It keeps you from doing it.
Keeps you from falling over the edge, right? What does arrest mean?
Keeps you from hitting the ground.
Keeps you from hitting the ground. You can actually fall off, but your fall protection is going to save you from hitting the ground, okay? What side goes to his back on a 6-foot lanyard? Jock pack always goes to the back, okay? I'm going to put this in the back of Dusty, okay? You can walk out here, Dusty, great. Okay, this is the roof edge, okay? I'm off the roof, I'm on the roof. Come here, please. I'm his anchor point, okay? Walk as far as you can to the edge, Dusty. Boom. What's he in? Restraint and arrest?
Restraint.
He's restrained, okay? Come back. Okay, walk again. Walk as far as you can. Boom! He just fell off the edge, right? What is he in? He's in arrest. It's important for you to know the difference. Because if you're going to buy fall protection, you have to know the difference. There's some products that are only good for restraint, and some products are only good for arrest, okay? So you need to have the proper products, right? So come back here again. Walk as far as you can, Dusty. Boom, what's he in?
Straight.
He's straight. Don't let the skylight to his left. Is he restraint or arrest? Okay? There is no gray area between restraint and arrest. You're 100% in arrest or 100% in restraint. Okay? So when you're working on the roof up here, all right, and you're in parapet, how deep is that parapet up there?
About 2 feet.
2 feet. We know we need a minimum of 42 inches on the parapet, right? Okay? Is that farther than a 6-foot free fall right here? It is, right? In the state of Idaho, what is that trigger height for fall protection? Anybody know? 4 feet. It's 6 feet. State of Idaho. Okay. Washington State 4 feet. Okay. State of Idaho is 6 feet. That means if you can fall more than 6 feet, you must be in what? Fall protection. Fall protection. Okay. Again, is there a gray area in restraint versus arrest? No, there's not. You're either 100% restraint or 100% in arrest. Who does not understand what restraint is? It's okay if you don't. Sometimes it's the first time you guys ever worn fall protection. Okay? Restraint means I cannot fall. It's a dog leash. Okay? This guy's a big bad dog. What kind of dog are you? What are you?
Rottweiler.
He's a Rottweiler. Okay. I want you to attack him. Attack him. Okay? So, I'm going to restrain him as much as I possibly can, right? From attacking somebody. Okay? I'm going to get arrested. My dog can attack him. All right? So, restraint versus arrest. Is there a gray area? No, there's not. Okay. Dusty, right? I'm his anchor point. He's going to click off. He's going to go to the bathroom. Or go for a smoke break, or go for lunch. Or be done for the day. Okay? Where are you going to put this? 99% of the people think it's the right area is right here. Or anywhere else on their harness up here. Wrong. You can actually get pulled into something. You get pulled into a piece of equipment, okay? You got to put it on your lanyard keepers, which are right here. All right? You must have at least one on a harness. And they're designed to break away. Like at 50 to 70 pounds. Okay? They need to break away. All right? So in case this gets caught. In case that gets caught in something. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Okay? All right. Thank you. You can leave all that stuff on for right now. You guys can leave all that stuff on. We're going on to the anchors. Okay? A stands for anchors and the ABCs. B stands for body wear. C stands for connector. We're going to go through all that, and then we're going to go through the rest of it, right? Anchor-wise, every anchor is rated for how many pounds? 5,000 pounds. Exactly right. We have all kinds of anchors I want to show you because I want you guys to know what's available for you, okay? This is called a beamer. It goes on an I-beam up above your head, and it slides with you everywhere you go. Okay, you're going to see a lot of steel erection guys. They're on top of an I-beam, okay? They're walking the top plate. This will sit just like this, and they call it walking the dog behind them. That's what these little white things are for, is to help it spin and actually glide safely across the steel. Okay? What's that? It doesn't stop sliding because there's going to be a terminating end at the edge of that I-beam.
That actually amazes me that you can depend on that thing to stay on the I-beam with 5,000 pounds of shock.
Yeah, you can, because what happens is those adjust right to the flanges, nice and snug. So it's impossible for it to fall off either side. So it adjusts. Every anchor is rated for how many pounds?
5,000.
Is this rated 5,000 pounds? It's an anchor, man. It's approved, right? This can go around anything that's rated 5,000. If this is rated 5,000 pounds, go right around it. There's your anchor point right there. Okay? Clip lanyard right into it. Yep, your lanyard or your SRL. That's exactly right. Yep. You guys seen these before? Lollipop anchors that go right into concrete. Drill a hole in the concrete. Right there. 5,000 pound anchor point. Can I pull it out and use it again? You can. You can.
That was a yes?
Yes, you just want to keep on inspecting it, right? Vertical beamers, okay, just like that beam right there goes horizontal above head. This goes vertically in the beam. It goes right on the beam like this. And you can set up a horizontal lifeline or your dog run from beam to beam. Okay. One of my favorites is this one here. Is your drop through anchor. When you guys are working on like some TI work or whatever, and you don't have an area to actually anchor to, there's actually utility holes that are in concrete usually, okay? And those utility holes can be square or round, and it's usually for electrical work or plumbing, right? This goes right down the hole, and this sits right on top of the concrete, just like this. If this is, I'm going down a hole, this plate will sit just like this, and you can anchor down below it. It's called a drop through anchor, okay? That's rated 5,000 pounds as well. You can get different size plates on here. That's a 4-inch plate, you go all the way to 12 inches. And if you're working on wood, here's a truss anchor for you. Follow the directions with everything that you see in fall protection, all right? Okay? I'm never going to tell you how many screws to put into an anchor, because you'll take that, my word as gold, and it may not be correct because there's different substrates out there, okay? Different pieces of wood, different types of wood, okay? This goes underneath the truss just like this. That just tightens it up, tightens it up.
So go back to that, you're not gonna tell how many fasteners,
Yeah, because
you're talking about every truss could be different?
so there could be different types of wood, there could be different types of structural wood, different substrates.
Where do
Okay?
they get that information?
You'll read the directions, you get it right off the website, and it'll tell you exactly how many to use.
Website for that anchor?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, you can get the directions right there. For instance, this one right here, this can go on wood, can go on a 2x, right? Okay, or it can go on metal roofing, right? And there's different directions for different substrates that are out there.
About that kink in the wall. Use it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That got kinked. That got kinked in my suitcase. It's usually not supposed to be like that. I would probably take that out of service.
Even if it's not great anyway.
Yeah, I might take it out of service just because. Any fishermen here? Okay, if you have any kind of knot or kink into your line, you catch a fish, it's gone, right? You don't want to take a chance. Okay. What about these? You guys ever use cross arm straps? Okay, they go around wood, steel, whatever it may be. So I'll show you. First of all,
Many times.
you guys all see me and hear me? What side's the outside of this?
Small one.
Yes, the yellow. We want the yellow out, right? Label out, okay? If I'm actually using this anchor, do I want to keep going through that D-ring just like this?
It won't bite.
Actually, yeah, you're pretty good, man. I like what you're saying there, man. What happens, it can slide down, right? So we do first and last. Anytime you're using one of these, use first and last. Go through it once, okay? Then go around the top part of it and the bottom part of it. Then snug it up. That it will bite. You're exactly right, okay? First and last. There's some manufacturers that say go through the D-ring every single time. Follow those directions exactly what they say. And in my personal opinion, if you're setting up horizontal lifelines off this, you're going to want to go first and last, otherwise it's going to slide down. Your anchor point's going to slide down. Okay?
So
One bite.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you keep on going around that post as many times as you possibly can. One, to keep your clearance shorter. Two, so it actually does bite and stay in the same place. And you go around the top of it and the bottom of it. Okay? There's different size lengths. There's 30 footers of those. All right? So every anchor is rated for how many pounds?
5,000.
5,000 pounds, right? Okay, but we also got to make sure that what we're anchoring into is rated for how many pounds? 5,000 pounds, right? Okay, 5,000 pounds. Remember we were talking about restraint versus arrest? Is there a gray area between restraint and arrest?
No.
There's not, right? Restraint means what?
Stop.
You can't fall. It's impossible for you to fall, okay? And what is your trigger height here in Idaho?
16.
For a fall protection of any kind, right? What does fall arrest mean?
Stops.
Stops from hitting the ground, right? Stops you hitting the ground, okay? So again, your anchors are all rated for how many pounds? 5,000. Your anchor point must be rated 5,000 too, okay? Now we're gonna throw a twist in this. This is really hard, okay? Really difficult for a lot of people to get this concept. If I'm in a rest, my anchor's rated 5,000 pounds, right? My anchor point must be rated 5,000 pounds, okay, when I'm anchoring to, okay? But if I'm in restraint, right? If I'm in restraint, my anchor point must be a minimum of what? 1,000. Nobody can usually pull out 1,000 pounds, okay? If you're that dog that's on a leash, and you put him in your backyard and you put that stake in the ground, remember doing that for your dog can only go 360 degrees, right? That's the anchor point right there, 1,000 pounds. You guys are gonna be working in a rest up here, right? You're gonna have a 5,000 pound anchor point, okay? If you weren't able to fall, 1,000 pounds, okay? Okay, body wear. Real important, guys and gals, is that you actually fit your harness properly. Everybody thinks it's no big deal, okay? It's a huge deal, because if you have it on incorrectly, you're gonna experience anywhere from 900 pounds to 1,300 pounds of pressure. And do you want it on your backside or on your front side? What's the strongest part of your body? Your backside is, okay? So if you have it on incorrectly, you're gonna have a lot of pain, okay? When you fall, okay? And then we're gonna suspend you guys in the air so you get what it feels like to be suspended in the air, okay? It doesn't feel good. I'm not gonna drop you, but you can only imagine an extra 900 pounds or 1,300 pounds of pressure on the body. It's a lot, okay? So what's your name? Caden, come here, buddy. All right, anything wrong with what Caden's got going on here, guys?
Not double back.
First thing we want to look at is this, chest strap, right? We want a migrating chest strap. Why do we want a migrating chest strap? Because when he falls, you guys are going to see the suspension in the back D-ring right here. It's going to be right at his head. Where's that chest strap going to be? It's going to be in his throat, okay? You want to be able to pull that out of your throat. So we always want one that's not sewn in place, but right here. You want it right across your nipples or armpits, all right? It's going to be right there. All right, what about the leggings? The leggings good? Yeah, because what happens on the job site? Inevitably, there's a goof off out there that's going to be messing around. Hey, give me that, dude. Kind of mess around with that, right? You want to tuck these in. Don't let him get caught into a piece of machinery too, right? We don't want that. When you fold them, don't fold them so they're like this. Okay? Don't fold them so like this. Fold it so it's on the inside. Just like that. So no one can grab onto it. Okay? You can't get such a piece of machinery. What about our front pockets? Do we want the keys, cell phones, knives, pens in our front pocket? No, we don't. You have two femoral arteries. You have an artery right here and an artery right here. If you puncture one of those arteries, how long does it take you to bleed out? Huh? 2 minutes. Can you rescue somebody in 2 minutes? Can you rescue somebody in 2 minutes? No, you cannot rescue. You can't. They're up there hanging. If they hit one of those femoral arteries, how long does it take you to bleed out? 2 minutes, man. Okay. So nothing in your front pockets, right? Okay. You also want to check this. There's different ways to check this. I do it this way. Put your hands all the way through. Right through the harness, leggings, yep, all the way through. Okay, make a fist. Okay, can you barely pull out? Then you're probably in a good spot. If he's too tight on his legs, what's going to happen to him? Cut off circulation, okay? How's your performance during the day? You're going to get tired, man. You want to make sure it's snug, right? You don't want it too tight. You don't want it too loose. You want it just right. Okay, around. Another important part is this, the back D-ring. We want that right between the shoulder blades. If anything, you want to air high, okay? Not low. This is almost too low. He might want to come up another inch or so on the back, or 2 inches on the back, okay? You want air high. If it's too low, when he falls, he's going to be Superman in the air. It's going to be super hard to rescue him too.
Isn't that? How do you adjust that without moving where that turtle head is? Then?
So what you'll do is you'll take it off, and you'll just adjust this back plate. Just move it up, okay? Just move it up the back. That's what you do, okay? Can you turn around, please? And the most important part of the harness, okay? They're all important features. This is the most important part. This right here, it's got to be underneath wear. You're going to see people all the time that work in with fall protection have their harness on incorrectly. That sub-pelvic strap's going to go right here, right across the crack. You don't want that, because if that happens, turn around, all the pressure's going right to the front, okay? And that's where big accidents happen. And it's true life stories where they actually be called blowout. Okay, you'll leave your friends at the job site with a fall. You don't want to lose your friends, right? Okay. Also, we know how hot does it get here usually in the summertime? How hot is it on the roof?
Probably 10 degrees hotter.
Probably 10 degrees hotter. Everybody wants to do this. Loosen up their dogs a little bit. Let them dogs breathe a little bit. Okay. Never do that, because if they're too loose on one side than the other, and when you fall, you're going to go like this, and that thing's going to go for your friends again. Okay. Do not ever want that, right? So again, turn around. What's the most important part of the harness? The sub-pelvic strap right there, right? Okay? And then you might want to take that out of your back pocket, all right? So, and you don't probably take the can of chew out too.
Oh no. No, that goes up there with it.
Tie it in put it in your sleeve or your sock. Yeah. All right, so what's your name? Tyler? Oh, how's Tyler look, guys? Are we okay there? I think it looks okay. The only part is this. See, when you have this kind of strap right here, you notice, you can leave that on. Okay, you want to make sure this keeps it in adjustment. You want that locked right there in the side. Can you see that? There's a lock on there. There's actually another clip. You probably have it on this one. Nope, that's an old model. We put you in the ancient model. Okay. Then you want to make sure this is tucked in. Okay. Just like this. Okay. Then of course you have 2 lanyard keepers here. How many lanyard keepers must you have on your harness?
1.
At least 1. Okay. If you need replacements for them, we can get replacements for them. Not a problem. All right. So again, to reiterate, how many deaths are there on average per day because of slip, trips, or falls?
3.5.
3 or less, right? Used to be 3.5. Now we went down. We went down. Okay. From what height do most deaths occur? 0 to 10 feet. Okay. What's the most dangerous step on a ladder? First and last. Okay. From what height do most deaths occur? 0 to 10 feet. And what's the trigger height in Idaho? 6 feet. What is in Washington?
4.
4 feet. Okay. Now on the ABCs, what does A stand for? Every anchor is rated for how many pounds?
5,000 pounds.
5,000 pounds. If I'm in a rest, meaning I can fall off the edge, my anchor point must be a minimum anchor point strength that must be what? 5,000 pounds. If I'm in restraint, meaning I can't fall off the edge, remember it's that dog leash, my anchor point must be a minimum of what?
1,000.
1,000. What do you do if you don't know what your anchor point strength is? What should you do? Yeah, so you want to make sure you can visually identify like a half-ton pickup truck suspending from that anchor point, okay? And if you do not know what that anchor point rating is, talk to your super, talk to your safety director, talk to whoever, okay? Because one thing we don't want to have is you on an anchor point that's rated 3,000 pounds, it doesn't hold you, okay? So, okay, now it's anchored. Now B stands for what?
Body.
Body wear, okay? Where do we want the chest strap? Nipples, bits, right? Okay? We don't want it lower because you could fall out. We don't want it too high because it could choke you out, right? Okay? Your hip adjusters are right here, okay? That's what actually adjusts the sub-pelvic strap in the back. Turn around. That sub-pelvic strap in the back is the front adjusters, which are these right here. Right there and right there, okay? Make sure that it's underneath the butt cheeks, okay? If it's not, you're gonna have the majority of the pressure wear in the body. In the front. We don't want that to happen, okay? Turn around again. Back D-ring, where do we want this?
Center of the shoulder blades.
Between the shoulder blades? We don't want to err on the high side versus the low side though, right? If we're too low, what's gonna happen? Superman, don't want that, okay? Okay, good.
I'm not saying this to be funny, but just to be clear, when you say the front, you thought specifically the kibbles and bits.
Kibbles and bits, you better believe it. You better believe it. Yes. And it does happen where you do leave the kibbles and bits on the job site. Not good. Okay, so now we're on to connectors. Okay, one thing. Who knows what this is for? Okay? Steel workers, okay? Iron workers, or it could be tying rebar, okay? Okay? Do you have front knee rings? Do you have front knee rings? No, you don't. Not on that one. You do. Okay? So these go just like that. And he'll be able to attach to a piece of rebar right here. Then you can back up and work with 2 hands. Okay? So when you lean back, I work with 2 hands. Don't fall back. I'm going to hold you. So now you can work with 2 hands, right? Those are the reason for these. Okay? Another thing is be careful of these because they hit you right in your friends. Okay? Alright? Alright. Connectors. Minimum strength on your anchor point for these is 3,000 pounds. So we talked about anchor point 5,000 pounds, right? For a rest. 1,000 pounds for a restraint. 3,000 pounds for that. Okay?
This is considered a restraint.
No, it's not. You're still going to have your back SRL on the back side of it or a vertical lifeline. Okay? That's just one point for guys tying rebar. That's what they use it for. All right. So you have SRLs. Oh no, let's go over lanyards. Who has another lanyard? Do you have a lanyard in the back? Okay. We'll grab it from here. What is the most dangerous piece of fall protection to use? 6-foot lanyard with a shock pack. Why is that? Why is it so dangerous?
Because it extends.
Dude, you know exactly where we're going with this. I love it. So, what is the minimum clearance for this? You're on the right track. 18 feet. 18 feet minimum clearance for this. Okay? Why is that? You fall, you have a free fall of 6 feet, boom. This deploys 4 feet. That's 10 feet plus the height of a person on average. Back of the D-ring, 6 feet, plus a safety factor of 2, that's 18 feet. That's why these are so dangerous. You said 12 feet? If you were gonna fall from, that's okay, but that's why we're in the class, right, man? So if you were to fall 12 feet, what are you gonna break? Ankles and knees. Can you go to work the next day? No, you cannot, right? That's why these are so dangerous. So what do we use if we can't use this? SRL, thank you, sir. You have different kinds of SRLs, okay? You have cable, and you have webbing. Which is stronger? Webbing. Ooh, okay. I like what you're saying, man. Traditionally, it was cable stronger, okay? This is leading edge, all right? That means you can actually anchor at foot level with this, okay? Actually, could you hold this down? Put your foot on. Okay. Anchored at foot level, which is where you guys are gonna be. You're gonna need a leading edge SRL, okay? So when he falls, that pinch point, if he does fall, if this was the roof, he's gonna go over the edge like this. He's gonna be dangling. So there's a pinch point on that cable that's 90 degrees. It could sever the cable. The edge could. Wood, steel, concrete, does not matter.
With the webbing on
Hold on, we're getting there. Okay? Okay, now hold that over your head. He's holding that over his head, right? Okay? If you get tired, you don't have to hold it that way. If I fall and go over the edge now, is that pinch point still at a 90?
No.
No, it's not, right? So what are the chances of it going to sever then? Less. So as often as we possibly can, we want to anchor where? Above our head as much as we can, okay? There are certain SRLs that are not rated for that 90 degree or leading edge, okay? Safety retracting lifeline.
Do those have a quick stop if they get pulled real fast?
They do. Every single one of them do. And you want to test it before each use, just like all your fall protection. You want to inspect everything. Locks up just like that.
Just like a seatbelt.
Just like a seatbelt. Okay? All right? And when you inspect these, you want to pay out the entire line. Hold that, please. You want to pay out the entire line and have some gloves on when you inspect it. I think this is a 30-footer. I'm not going to go all the way with, oh, there you go, 20 feet. You want to check the line. Make sure it's not becoming unwound the other way. Because like we said about fishermen earlier, right, on that line, if there's any kind of kinks, snags, or knots in it, what does it do to the line? You lose 50% of your strength. Okay? So you want to do this, just like this. Make sure it hasn't come unwound before every use. Okay? All right? And then you want to pay it out again after you do that. Okay? And this is very important as well. Okay? When you're using these, go a couple feet, make sure your brake's going to work. Okay? See what I'm doing? I'm making sure the brake's going to work every single time. Let 2 or 3 feet go and make sure your brake's going to work. Just like that. Make sure you inspect the swedging. It's happened twice so far, going through inspections. People forget to check the swedging in here. Give it a little twist like that. Make sure it's not rusted, doesn't break off. Swedging. Yes, there's a swedge in there. Okay? Then of course you have to have your labels all inspected. It's going to be signed off by the competent person of your company too as well. All your fall protection does.
How often?
Every 6 months in construction. Once a year for general industry. So in the construction field, it must be signed off. You want to have your initials on there for the competent person. And if they don't have their initials on there, they must have actually an Excel spreadsheet or some kind of way of tracking it and writing it down that's been inspected every 6 months.
What makes them a competent person?
It's whatever your company, whoever your company deems the competent person.
If it's brand new and I look it over and I choose that it's safe, I can sign it.
But you must be the designated competent person for the company. So whatever your company says who the designated person is, it could be any of you. Whoever the owner is, whoever decides that competent person is, okay? Now, can it be Billy Bob in accounting that's the competent person for fall protection? Probably not. Because if something were to happen to one of you and there was a jury, Billy Bob didn't have any experience in fall protection, right? He didn't know how to inspect everything. So how's that going to hold up in court versus someone that's gone through a competent person certified class?
Right.
Okay. All right. So we talked about the cable, right? Now we get to something like this. Which is stronger? This or cable?
I'm thinking that.
Okay, well it's got to be certified for it, okay? This is certified for leading edge. Not all this stuff is webbing is certified, okay? This is Dyneema and Kevlar, okay? It can go over 90 degrees. It's been tested that way. All of our SRLs have been tested over steel, over concrete, and over bead decking. We're the only company that tests over all three. We're a ladder company, everybody knows that. So we got to be safer than everybody else. So we test more stringently over everybody else too as well, okay? So that's webbing. Can you feel the difference in that? Those are doubles. Oh, go ahead and pass them around. There's another one over here too somewhere.
we were doing that.
What did I do with that other one? Is that on your back still? Is that his back? Is there another one? Oh yeah, there he is. So that's a single right there. That's a single leading edge SR on the back there. So go ahead and pass it around.
Those have decelerators in them too?
Every SRL does
I mean,
inside.
it's just a little breakaway or what?
Yeah. So that's a class A, okay, which means it's going to stop your clearance. Remember we talked about the 6-foot lanyard, minimum 18 feet clearance, okay? When you are in a acre and above head on a class A or a class 2, it will stop you within 5.5 feet. Your clearance goes to 5.5 feet, okay?
There's not much deceleration.
This is going to stop you, and you're going to feel about 1,300 pounds of pressure on the body. Okay. Another point is this, per OSHA, when you fall, you cannot experience over 1,800 pounds of pressure on the body. Why is that? Per OSHA, because it turns your insides into soup, okay? So everything's designed to stop you right around 1,300 pounds or 900 pounds of pressure on the body, okay? All right, connectors. Did I go over everything on my connectors? Did I miss anything? Okay. A stands for what? B stands for what?
Body wear.
C stands for
Connector.
connector. Okay. Okay, we're gonna everybody come over here, please. I'm gonna put my harness on. Excuse me. First thing I'm going to do is inspect my harness before every use, right? Also must be inspected by the competent person. How often? Every 6 months. Every 6 months. first thing I'm going to look for on my harness is the impact indicators on the back. If it's been deployed, what am I going to do with it?
Tag it. Get it offside.
Tag it. Yeah, exactly right. Show my safety director, whatever, and tell them what happened with it. Okay, maybe I had a fall and they didn't report it. Okay, so this is mine, has been deployed. You see there's the impact indicator right here on the back. This one's been deployed. On this side, I would have to take this out of service. Okay, usually it's 6 inches. I took the 6 out. Okay, there's one. Basically, just the fact that that's not there, that's not there, that's exactly right. So if you turn around on this, right, please. Impact indicator, there. Turn around, please. Impact indicator right there, right there. Turn around, please.
So those are meant to break away to say that
there.
it's falling.
Report.
Okay.
You must report it, okay? You must report it because there's actually people that do fall and don't report it. Get back to the deck and go back to work. Is that dangerous? Very dangerous. Okay? There's actually more people die, okay? Not from the fall, but from what later that evening?
Right insides.
Blood clots. So you always go get checked out after you have a fall. Okay? Next thing I want to check is all my webbing, make sure it's all intact, doesn't have any burn marks in there. We never write our name on any part of the webbing. Okay? There's chemicals in those pins. Very huge, the webbing. Okay? I want to check for the back D-ring, make sure there's no rust on there. Alright? Make sure there's no deformation on my grommets, on my leggings, right here. If there's one deformation on that, I gotta take it out of service. Okay? Even if you're not using that ring. That's right. And you must check the label. Every harness is labeled. If there's a missing label, you gotta take that thing out of service. It used to be a 5-year shelf life for all your fall protection. That's gone now. So now the competent person decides who's from Meridian the competent person is, and sign off on it and say it's good to go.
So if it was made in 2010, and the competent person says it's good, it's good.
Is that Washington and Idaho?
That's federal.
Idaho.
That's federal. Okay. Yeah. I got my leggings, I'm putting them on right. Am I doing it the right way, guys? I want you guys to walk through this with me, because again, this is one of the most important parts of wearing fall protection. If I don't use it, wear it correctly, what's going to happen to me? Okay. I want to make sure I can stand straight just like this. Okay. Nobody wants to work like this, right? Tight. All right. So, what about my chest strap? Where's it going to go?
Nipples.
Right? Even. This little plastic piece must go towards the end to keep it in adjustment. You're gonna watch for anybody. Important. This little piece right here must go to the back. Okay? It keeps it in adjustment. Right? My leggings. Barely get them through, right? My back D-ring. I should be able to grab it back like this. Okay?
Is that too high?
Well, I've actually suspended in this. It could be too high, but it's better to air where? High than low. So if it was too low on my back, I'm going to be like this in the air. Okay, it's hard to rescue somebody or rescue yourself.
So if you can grab it, it's still okay. If you can hook it in your own manner.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, we'll go over here. Another inspection point is this. On the harnesses. A lot of manufacturers do this now. So if there's any cuts in there, it shows red in the webbing. When we see red, what does that mean? Red means what? Dead.
Out of service.
You got a service. Alright? Alright, now I'll go first. Everybody come over here so I don't have to yell so loud. Okay? Damon, am I hooking up already? Okay? So I'm going to lift myself. Okay? You're going to see how much pressure. You're going to see the back D-ring is what you're going to see. Quite a bit of it's going to go up. About a foot. Some of it depends, man, what kind of harness you have on. If you have it on incorrectly, that back D-ring can go all the way up about 1.5 feet above your head. So what's this going to do right here? gonna choke me out, right? So the further I go up like this, you got pressure now, okay? I'm not even suspended all the way. All the pressure right here. That does not feel good, okay? You either have trauma straps or you have a chair in the air, okay? Trauma straps are gonna lead the pressure right here. Okay? We don't want that. So I'm in this position. I can now go into the chair in the air just like this. Okay, you pull this out of my neck. It's a migrating test strap, all right? Not every harness is equal to this, that's what I'm telling you. Some are sewn in one place, but they're choking you out. You want to be able to pull that out of your chest, out of your neck. So I can actually sit like this for a long, long ass time. I can just pedal like this, keep the circulation going, okay? And I'm good to go until somebody rescues me. So they get one of those right there and get me out of there.
How long does it take to go to the left? To go to the
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, okay? So I'll let myself out, if I can get out. Okay? All right? You can see how far that back D-ring travels in the back. Very important for you guys to understand that. And I invite every single one of you that's here to suspend in the air and feel it, okay? So feel it. Who wants to go first? Okay, now you have an older style harness on, okay? What we have is this, okay? You're gonna see that I have handles on here. This is their newer style harness, okay? It's been like that for like 3 years. I gave you an old one, I apologize.
That's fine.
You're gonna still be able to go like this. What you wanna do is take that webbing and put it right underneath your butt, just like that. So you wanna test it, put your knees together, and see if you can get that sub-pelvic strap underneath there and be able to sit there, okay? All right, so we're gonna have you go first, all right? Any health issues? Blood pressure? Okay.
That's the one with construction.
All right, we won't go very high. Let's put you on your toes so you can feel it, okay?
I ain't scared.
All right, you ready? So first thing I'm gonna yank, I'm not gonna yank them, okay? Because again, where's all that pressure going? Between the legs, right? Or on the backside. So I'm gonna lift you up. I'm not gonna go all the way like I said, okay? Just act like you're suspended in the air, okay? Right there. So he's dangling, what's he gonna do? Where does it hurt the most? Where do you feel it? Doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
Can you imagine having 900 pounds of pressure on you?
No.
Knees together,
With his tool bag.
knees together, and just fight to put that underneath your butt. Yep, keep pushing, dude. Keep
Hard
pushing.
about those straps.
Yep. You're there. Keep going. How do you feel?
That's a lot more comfortable.
A lot more comfortable. You can get further if you can, okay? If you can. All right? It's under your butt, right?
Right.
You can probably chill there for a little bit. So what do you want to do in that situation right there? What are you moving? Your arms and your legs, right? You're going to do the bicycle in the air, okay? All right, I'm going to let you down.
That was a little high, but it wasn't choking me. It was on my collarbone.
You need to mention stuff in your pockets.
Yep, we talked about that. Did you have any stuff in your pockets? Empty? Again, you have 2 femoral arteries, right? How long does it take you to bleed out? 2 minutes. Okay? You ready? Oof. How do you feel, man?
It'd be nice if those had the straps.
That's older style.
Yeah.
Every one of our harnesses now have the straps on the side.
Yeah, the straps on the side.
No, you're good, man. I want to show them what it's going to do. Okay? Good to go?
Heart issues.
Scorpions are badass, dude. All right, here we go. You guys ready? This is spin. He's a tall guy. Not gonna be able to get him up as far. Okay. Where's all the pressure? Just stay right there. Where's all that pressure at? Between your legs. Does not feel good, does it? Make sure you can push that down in your neck. Clear it out in your neck. All right. Put your knees together. Put your knee. Kick your knees up. Kick your knees up like that. There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Pull that chest strap down.
Pull the chest strap down. See how far he's licked this way though? That's because his D-ring is where? His D-ring was too low in the back, right?
So he's kind of Superman.
Superman. He has a lot more pressure on his clavicles right here than he would 20 to 30 degrees up.
Right.
So that would be another reason, right? So if he were in one of those fancy harnesses over there, he'd be able to pull the padding down here and alleviate some of that padding in mine. So I'll let you down.
And you have padding on yours.
So this whole chair in the air thing, guys, is patented by our company. No one else has this feature. No, it's pretty sick, isn't it? Pretty cool. You're next, buddy. Any health issues I need to know about? Okay, now he's got, walk out here, I want to show everybody this. Come out here, please. Okay, he's got a personal SRL on the back. Okay, can you guys all see how it's connected on the back? Come here. Okay, this is a personal one. All right, little 6-footer connected to his back. It's Velcro to his harness webbing here in the back, prevent it from sliding back and forth like this. But if you come here, where's the D-ring? You want to pull your webbing out, and then you have this attachment right there that sits right underneath there. That's how you fasten these on the back. You guys see that? Just in the fabric. Just in the fabric. Okay? Okay? But we're going to leave them in that, and we'll still suspend them in the air. Come here. Okay, how you feel? Good? Okay.
No.
Practice keeping the chair in the air.
It's the rock climb.
You're right there. You can just kick your knees up at the same time. You ready? Okay. Okay, you're good. Kick your knees up. There you go. Easy as that, just like that. Okay.
Slide that chest strap down.
Slide the chest strap down.
PTSD memories.
Can I go get some of that in there too? Inside. All right. There's actually a story behind this now. In Florida, there was a guy working on a swing stage, a heavy set guy, suspended in the air for 69 minutes, just like this. The firefighters couldn't get to him in time. They rescued him in 69 minutes. Guess what he did the next day? Died. Went to work. Went to work. He was totally fine.
So where? I thought you were going somewhere else. Damn it!
I tried to trick you, man. I did. Tried to trick you. All right. Now we're going to go through rescue real quick. Stay right here, please. We're going to go through rescue. Everybody talks about how to use a fall protection, but nobody talks about how to rescue somebody. How important is that? Very important, right? So what we're going to do is this. Okay? Rescue ladder. Okay? Very easy to use. There's 3 steps. 1 is open the bag. 2 is grab the D-ring that goes to it, right? Okay? So what I'm going to do? Can I anchor to his same anchor point? On a rescue, you can. That anchor's rated for how many pounds?
5,000.
5,000 pounds. Okay? Good.
A lot of that's in the initial shock of the arrest, right?
That's right. That's right. It's been loaded, right? But it had a load on it, right?
Yeah.
So this goes out 18 feet. Just like that. Okay? What's your name again? Tyler's going to come over here. Remember, Tyler's suspended in the air still. Okay? He's suspended in the air. Okay, turn around. This is called a Belay System. He's hanging in the air. All right? I'm up here. Going to be pulling on this edge of the rope as he's climbing up. Why am I doing this? What's so great about this Belay System? Stop right there, please. What's so great about this? What's this good for? Have you guys ever tried to climb one of these Jacob's ladders? Oh, they're hard, right? So 1, we're going to pull the weight off him with this, okay? 2 is so he doesn't slide back down and fall back down to where he once was. Okay, so act like you're climbing the ladder. Come here, Tyler. Boom, boom, boom. Keep coming. Okay, I got the Belay System here. Keep coming, sir. Good, good, good. All right, we'll get Tyler to the deck. The walking, working surface, right?
I want to see. So he's going to be able to. He's in that chair position. He's going to. Oh, that thing's up here by then.
Yep.
So he can reach it. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's a great question. I love that where you're going with this, because if you can't reach that, what do? You want to put it on anywhere in your harness at that time. Anywhere in your harness. Anywhere on your webbing, you want to put it on, okay? Anything goes with the structure.
Not your land, not that.
Not those break away. Okay. That's a good question, though. Very serious, because a lot of people can't reach that. They can't. Okay, I love it. So what do we do now with Tyler? We tell him to rub some dirt on it, go back to work?
Well, take an aspirin.
An aspirin? Yeah. Okay, what we really need to do is this. Put my hand on it. But we need them just like this. your knees to your chest and just relax. Right against my knee. Lean back, bud. You good? You comfortable? Yeah. You went over, relax just like this. What's the reason for this?
Might be in shock.
What's going on with the circulation in his body?
Oh.
Might be cut off.
It's not regular, right? Because he was suspended in the air. We need to regulate that blood flow going through the body, okay? So tell him to keep his harness on him, leave it on him, keep him just like this for at least a minimum of 10 minutes, okay? Or until who shows up?
And an emergency.
Emergency, the guys that know what they're doing, right?
Behind you.
The guys behind me.
Yeah.
So those guys know what to do, all right? You want to keep him just like this, in the same position, harness still intact, still on him, okay? We don't set him against the wall, we have him against our knee. Why? Because we can monitor him, talk to him, see how he's doing, okay? Until who shows up again?
Paramedics.
Paramedics. All right, give Tyler a big hand, we just rescued him.
Here we go, Tyler. Good job.
All right. How many deaths on average because of slip, trips, or falls?
3.
3. From what height do most deaths occur?
0 to 10.
0 to 10 feet. What's the most dangerous part of a ladder?
First and last.
First and last. Okay. The ABCs of fall protection. What does the A stand for?
Anchor.
Actually, I'm going to ask you guys individually what you've learned in the class. Okay. I'll give you a card. Okay. We'll start with you. What's your name?
Jared.
Jared. What's one thing you learned in the class?
Anchor point.
Anchor point. Meaning what?
Meaning that's A and the ABCs is fall protection.
Yep. Every anchor is rated for how many pounds?
5,000.
5,000. Okay. You, sir?
I guess I have to do the same one again.
Okay. Two different ratings, right? If I'm in arrest, my anchor point must be a minimum of what? 5,000. Is there a gray area between arrest and restraint? What if I'm in restraint? I can go to minimum 1,000, right? Okay. What about you? What's one thing you know?
But how to properly wear a harness.
Yeah, it's a big one, man. Most people take that for granted. You'll see 95% of the people working in the field have it on incorrectly and wrong. Okay? What's going to happen to you if you have your pelvic strap going across your butt cheeks right here? Where are you going to experience all the pressure?
All your pressure in your butt.
How many pounds of pressure? 900 to 1,300 pounds of pressure. Okay? Not going to be comfortable at all.
That very important arteries are possible to do that they're in the wrong position to fall, etc.
Yes, you can leave your friends at the job site, right? Okay, what about you, sir? Sit differently when you fall? Like, what do you mean? Okay, well, not every harness can do that. Just let you know. That's only this harness right here. It's patented for that right there. Okay. There's other ones that have trauma straps on the side, have a string or a rope and a rope. You put your feet in and you stand it. Okay. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I didn't realize about the whole turtle head and chair position thing.
Yep. It's very crucial that you have the turtle head underneath. If you don't have the turtle head, the chair in there won't work. Okay. You want to practice before you go on a hike. Put your knees together just like this and sit in it. Okay. Just like that. Okay.
How to properly wear a harness in the 6 feet.
Yep. What's the most important part on the harness?
Turtle.
Sub-pelvic strap, right?
Yeah.
Goes underneath your butt cheeks, right? Okay. But you.
D-ring up high on the higher end, nipples to pits.
Yep. Nipples and pits, right? If it's too low on the back, what's going to happen to the person that falls?
Superman.
Superman. He was too far forward. He had all that pressure on his clavicle right here, right? You can feel it too, right? Yep. But you, sir?
If you inspect the harness and you see red,
Yep. Take it out, right? Take it out. Yep. Anybody else? Good. Well, you, sir? What'd you learn?
I like
Rescue ladder. Okay. Good. How many minutes do we want to put that person in that position when we rescue him and bring him to the deck?
10.
10 minutes, right? We want him against our knees or against the wall?
Knees.
Against our knees, so why? Why is that? One, right? Okay. I'm going to reiterate this one last time, and I'll sign up on your cards. What does the A stand for? What does B stand for? C? Connectors. Okay? If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask the Edge team here or myself with anything, guys. We're here for you guys. The ultimate goal is to make sure you guys all go home to your family and loved ones, okay? And I want you to really seriously think about this. It's a serious question. Your family needs you. Okay? They do. Where would they be without you? Where would they be without you? Think about that. Okay? All right. That's all I got for you guys. I'll sign up on your cards if you guys got a pen.
Good job, Mel.
We'll go from there. Thank you guys.
I have a
Guys, we
question.
got lunch on the back of that white Toyota tailgate there for you.
Hey, Mel, you got a question?
Yeah.
So, at what point, what's replaceable and what is repairable, I guess, or what?
In an incident?
Yeah, in an incident, or if you notice that something is damaged, whether it's webbing or cabling, are you replacing the entire piece of equipment, or are you just taking it into you guys and you replace the cabling? Or...
Okay. So if it's been an incident, okay, where someone has fallen, there must be an incident report written up.
Sure.
Okay. At that moment right there, okay, you have to take everything out of service: the anchor,
Everything. Okay.
the connector, and the harness. Okay. If someone falls from your team and you're wearing our stuff, I'll replace it for free. Edge will replace it for free. We'll send it right to you guys. But you got to send us your incident report and your gear
Sure.
that you fall in. Now, SRLs, they get damaged, right? This is a big point. Y'all come over here. Where's the other SRL? Okay. Concrete people, you want to come over here, please? Show you real quick. This is recessed a little bit, right? Okay. With concrete, you go like this around the concrete and scratch the labeling up, right? The label, if you can't read the label, you gotta take it out of service. So what we've done is increased this recess. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
We'll rescue it as soon as lunch break's over.
Okay, so were you able to? Oh, okay, your pelvic strap's not loose enough in the back. It's not. Okay. Nope. So I want to show everybody.
Joe, I'm gonna take a picture of you so I can show Mark.
Okay. So how do I do that? I'm on the last.
That's this. So with this, it does feel pretty snug. If it feels kind of stuck, turn around, please, right there. I'm going to show everybody this real quick. This is important for the scene. Come on, step forward, please. Okay, guys, this is what's going to happen here.
Let me get a picture.
If you can turn around on a sub-pelvic strap on the back side, turn around, please. See how it's flat across right there? We don't want that. We want it to be pinched, okay? And how you lower that is right here. Okay? Right here, your chest. But yours are pretty loose. You'll still be able to get into it. I think you're fine. I think you're okay. If we can't get into it, then that's the reason why. Because that's. And,
If you were going to, you would loosen
that's a
these
small harness.
and tighten
You
these.
probably wear a medium large.
Yeah.
And that might be too small for you. But we'll try it out. See what happens. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
See what it's like to wear its harness. It's too small.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah.
I could show up early
Yeah.
so you get
I'm
to
gonna pull you all the way. Just you can feel it already, right?
Yeah.
There you go, brother.
That,
You want to kick your knees up?
Yeah, where's those loops?
There's your loops. Yep. You want to know those? Yep. Kick your knees up. Just like that. There you go. Boom. Just like that. And you're in it. Simple as that. Okay. And then if you have a harness that has padding, you can push that padding down to your clavicles if you want to. Is the chest strap away from your throat?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to go? Yeah. I'll let you down, brother. Come down.
So after demonstrating with these on, they're still good harnesses as long as it doesn't rip any threads?
Yeah, I would
No
say
signs of
just as long
wear?
as it, yeah. But you want to make the back D-ring get stretched out a little bit. Just
Yeah.
make sure you put it back to where it was. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Here we go. What's your name again?
Jared.
We got Jared. Here we go. There you go, buddy.
It was a little high, so I'm leaning forward.
Yep.
This is not
Kick
very
your knees
comfortable.
up. There you go. Just like that. Chair in the air.
All right.
All right, Jared. You've been
Favorite
doing
part
your
of the day,
stuff, man.
seeing that.
I like that.
seat
I
thing.
like that.
Pretty slick, huh?
How's your
It's easier to. You're good.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hang there for very long. I mean,
No, you wouldn't. Okay, you good? Kick your knees up. There you go. Easy as that, just like that. Okay. Chest strap down. Just the PTSD.
Might as well get some padding there too.
Each side. Okay. You can push that down on your neck, clear down your neck. All right. Put your knees together. Put your knee, kick your knees up. Kick your knees up like that. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Pull that chest strap down.
Pull the chest strap down. See how far he's lit this way though? Because his D-ring is where? His D-ring was too low in the back, right? So it's kind of go all the way, like I said. Okay. Just act like you're suspended in the air. Okay. Right there. So he's dangling. What's he gonna do? Where does it hurt the most? Where do you feel it? Doesn't feel good, does it? No. Can you imagine having 900 pounds of pressure on you?
No.
Knees together.
Pull back.
Knees together, and just fight to put that underneath your butt. Yep. Keep pushing, dude. Keep pushing.
Those straps.
Yep.